Another question that came through. We want to find the average rate of change of f of y equals 3y plus 3 quantity cubed between y equals 4 and y equals 6. Now the question that actually came through was between y equals 7 and y equals 8, and I don't like that question as an example, although when I posted my answer I did post the answer to that specific question. I'm actually going to change this just a little bit. We'll go between y equals 4 and y equals 7. Okay, well, what do we mean by the average rate of change of f of y between y equals 4 and y equals 7? In the first place, if I state this problem, I'm going to say the average change of this with respect to y. And I think that's important. I don't like leaving that off. Although I've done it myself, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it leads to confusion later on. So, what do we mean by the average rate of change of one quantity with respect to the other? Average rate of change, which I'm abbreviating by ROC, of one quantity, WRT, with respect to another, is average rate equals change in the first quantity divided by change in the second quantity. Here, the first quantity is f of y. The second quantity, the first quantity comes before the words with respect to. The second quantity comes after the words with respect to. That's the second quantity. So in this case, the first quantity is f of y. So that would be change in f of y as y goes from 4 to 7. Now, let's calculate that. And I'm going to bring the board over this way a little bit while I calculate it. Well, maybe I will. Just pull the whole thing together. Okay. If I've got the board here, I block less of it. So I'm going to work over here for a second. Then I'll put the board back. Well, if y equals 4, f of y equals f of 4, which equals 3 times 4 plus 3. Cubed. Well, that equals 15 cubed. Okay? Now, 15 cubed, I think, is 3,375. And I'll have to check the arithmetic on that just to make sure I'm right. F of 7 is 3 times 7 plus 3 quantity cubed. Well, 3 times 7 is 21. You add 3. That's 24 cubed. Okay, well, 24 cubed is what? I don't want to try to do that in my head. It's going to be 8 times 12 cubed, and 12 cubed is 1,728. So if we multiply 8 by 1,728, we've got it. But I'm going to stop here and actually calculate these so you don't have to watch me fumble over it. Okay, I was right about the 3375. 24 cubed is 13,824. So that the change in f of y is 13,824 minus 33 75, which equals 10,400 and, let's see, when you get to 10,000, that's going to be 449, right? Okay, so that's the change in the first quantity, because we want the average rate of change of f of y with respect to y. First quantity is the f of y. We want the change in the first quantity. That's going to be this. Now, I'm going to bring that over here, and I'm going to say the change in the first. First of all, I'm going to say it's f of 7 minus f of 4. And that's, of course, going to be divided over the change in the second quantity, the change in the y quantity. But my numerator is going to be the change in the first quantity, so that's going to be 13,824 minus 3375 over the denominator, which we'll get in a minute, which is 10,449 divided again by the denominator. Okay, well, what's the denominator? Second quantity is y, and I just realized I've written a little bit of this off the screen or off the picture, but I'll put it back on and make sure we understand this. Second quantity is y. The change in y is 7 minus 4 equals 3. So clearly, if y changes from 4 to 7, the change in y is 3. Now let's get this back here. Okay, so what I've written over here, first of all, the change in f of y is, first of all, f of y goes from f of 4, which is 3375, to f of 7, 13,824. So the difference is this minus this, f of 7 minus f of 4. And then that's over what? That's over change in y, which is 7 minus 4. Okay, so, well, I replace f of 7 and f of 4 with their numerical values and divide by 3. And I get 10,449 over 3. And that's going to equal what? Well, we're going to get 3,449 and 2/3. If I have divided correctly, let me double check that. 3,000, I believe it's 1, okay. Oh, no, I messed up. Turns out, I believe this is 3463. I was talking while I was figuring, and that's always a bad idea. Okay, in any case, divide this, the change in f, by this, the change in y, and we get the average rate of change. One more correction, I must be getting hungry or something. Divided 3 into 24, and I got 4. Should be 8, and maybe this is finally right. You can take your calculator and check me.